Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? This is the Rokani Media Football channel, and today we get straight into that that Arsenal starting 11 versus the side which goes by the names of Brentford. There, you know very well that that game is taking place at the Emirates Stadium. That is the stadium that Arsenal really hosts its games in there. On the side is where the predicted lineup of Arsenal is really going to be moving and sliding in there for you, and you guys have the right to go into the comment section and you tell me who do you think is expected, who do you think should be in, or who do you think shouldn't be into this starting lineup in there of Arsenal versus the side which goes by the names of Brentford in here for you onto Rokan Media. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now we all know that Arsenal has really spent very many days without playing the game of football. And I remember they last played against a side which goes by names of Wolverhampton Wanderers, and they really went ahead to get that spirited win in there. It was a very crucial win for Arsenal because they were a man down for entire 21 minutes, and they really managed to go ahead and beat a side which goes by names of Wolverhampton Wanderers in there. That was Thursday 10th, and now today is 19th. That means Arsenal has taken 9 days without playing a game of football in there. So right now I really feel like the best for Arsenal is yet to be unveiled in there, because they are really ready to come up and do the needful in there. So today we are really privileged to be having this chance. The Lord has given us all what it takes to come in here and present to you what we call the Arsenal predicted lineup, and break down the so-called teams and what result do we expect the predictions in there, which players of Arsenal are viable, which players aren't available for pickup from the manager who goes by Mikel Arteta, all that and more in here onto the Rokani Media Football. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, remember to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. All right, let's get into this as Arsenal is expected to stand in there. We are having Ramsdale to start in goal, Tomiyasu to play as the right back. We are having Gabriel and Ben White. That partnership has really kept 11 clean sheets into all games. Kian Tierney, who is rumored to be moving to Real Madrid in the summer to play into the left side of the defense, that is the left fullback. We are having Grant Xhaka and Thomas Partey to play into the double midfield pivot, because Arsenal plays with this system of 4-2-3-1. Bukayo Saka playing as a right attacking midfielder. Odegaard playing as a central attacking midfielder, plus Emily Smith-Rowe coming in to play as a left attacking midfielder, and Lacazette is expected to lead the line for a team which goes by names of Arsenal. That is the predicted Arsenal lineup that we've really come up with here onto the Rokani Media Football, and I don't know what you guys think about this predicted lineup of Arsenal. And the managers really come out and say that Tomiyasu is really doubtful, but I really feel like when the manager says that the player is doubtful in the head train, I just know the player is going to start in there, because I really feel like Tomiyasu has really recovered from what he has been suffering in from. Then the other player goes. All right, the other player goes by the names of Bernard Leno, has also returned. Remember, he was suffering from COVID-19, and he has just returned in here to do the needful for a team which goes by the names of Arsenal. But even his return is meaningless because Ramsdale is still alive. Ramsdale is still alive and kicking. So it makes no sense for him to return when Ramsdale is fully fit. If I told him to return when Ramsdale was away, he would have gotten a chance, but he doesn't get a single chance. He doesn't get a single chance, if at all. A man who goes by names of Ramsdale is still here and is still 100% fit. So that puts him back onto the bench. Remember, Arsenal are really willing. Arsenal have already signed another goalkeeper who goes by the names of Matt. He plays in the Major League Soccer in the United States of America, and this goalkeeper is expected to come in Arsenal in the summer. That means Arsenal have already prepared for the departure of Bernard Leno, because Bernard Leno can't sit here anymore because he needs to go to the World Cup. And if at all he's not getting enough playing time at Arsenal, there is no way he's going to make it to the number of goalkeepers that are really supposed to travel. I think the goalkeepers, they take 4 goalkeepers, yeah, 4 goalkeepers that are supposed to travel to the World Cup, because Ter Stegen and Manuel Neuer, those are assured. When you look at the goalkeepers into 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 the Bundesliga in there. So it just shows you that he really needs to do the needful to come in and do the needful for a team which goes by names of Arsenal to quit, such that he really gets first team football in there for you. So that is the man who goes by the names of Bernard Leno, expected to go out of Arsenal in there, but that does not stop Arsenal, because Ramsdale comes in. He comes in immediately. He gets that spot in there. Looks like the manager had already got to know that, oh, we are really having a very big vacuum into the goalkeeping department, and that was confirmed by the arrival of the English international who goes by the names of Aaron Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale comes into the team changes totally, and guess who is the culprit? The culprit is none other than Bernard Leno. In that, very many people have been thrown under the bus at Arsenal. Remember, Ozil was thrown under the bus. William Saliba, Guendouzi, now Pepe, and the latest has been Aubameyang, who Arsenal had to pay even £7 million to get him off the grip in there. That is Arsenal in there for you to terminate his contract. So I really feel like this is the time Arsenal should come in and show very many people that they did the right decision to let Aubameyang go, and no replacement was brought into in January. So we wait and see what goes into this game. This game is very crucial for Arsenal, because Arsenal comes into this game very much well placed into the league standings in there. Arsenal are placed sixth into the Premier League table. Man United in the fourth place has played 3 games more than them, and Man United is at 43 points. Arsenal is at 39 points in there. When they really coming through, they're really going to be doing the needful in there. If at all they win, they'll go into the 5th place. It will depend the result that West Ham is going to hit against Newcastle. That is the early kickstarter into the Premier League today. You remember that very well. Then Arsenal is really going to come up through and play a team which goes by the names of Brentford. It's a London derby, you know that very well, at Emirates. And if at all Arsenal wins, it will be at 42 points. And West Ham, even if West Ham draws, it will be at 42. And it will depend on how many goals Arsenal really have to score in there. So Arsenal have to pray that United loses against a side which goes by the names of Man United is playing Leeds on Sunday, such that if at all they play on Thursday against Wolverhampton Wanderers, they really get a result of 3 points to go back into the top 3, into the top 4 positions in there. But if at all United goes ahead to win, they will be at 46 points and Arsenal will be at 42 points. 4 points separating these two, and Arsenal will be having 3 games in hand to play in there for you. And those 3 games in hand, they have Chelsea, they have Tottenham Hotspur, and which other side have they played? And they have Liverpool. Yeah, they have Liverpool. So they have Liverpool, they have Chelsea, they have Tottenham Hotspur. All those are tough games for a team which goes by names of Arsenal, and I really feel like it's not going to be an easy go for a team which goes by names of Arsenal when it really comes to them going to that side which goes by the names of Liverpool. And so Liverpool is paying a visit to Emirates, and you don't know what they can do, but you're 100% sure of Liverpool coming in and lose this game. So this shows you that Arsenal really has to come in through and do the needful to itself and do a so-called favor to come in and fight for their position. Because if they don't come to fight for their spirits, Liverpool and Chelsea might be a sure 6-point loss. That is really going to come up and put them far away from Manchester United, because I really feel like United is charged, and I think United has a squad that can force a result on Chelsea. Remember, Man United is hosting Chelsea at Old Trafford. Man United is hosting Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford, and they are playing away at Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool. And I really feel like the only hard place to go, I think it's Liverpool. I think United can go at the Etihad Stadium and really force a result, you get? But that place known as Liverpool in there, and I feel like Ragnick really that's the only battle he has to play in there, because Arsenal is having rivals that is going to play against. That is Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, and Chelsea, and all those are 3 games in hand that Arsenal has not yet played. So when Arsenal plays all those games, you get? when Arsenal plays all those games, it's really going to have put itself into a position of knowing how many points are they really going to collect. But I really feel like the only team I'm sure they can beat in all those teams is a team which goes by the names of Tottenham Hotspur. I just feel Arsenal can really get a result over Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal really can't get a result over Tottenham Hotspur. That's what my mind is telling me. And I really feel like it's hard for them to go ahead and get a result against a side which goes by the names of Liverpool and Chelsea. It's really going to be hard for them because the other teams are really very much organized in there, far much organized than Arsenal. And I really feel like Arsenal needs to come on and pull out something unusual to come in and address what we call a better win in there that most of us don't expect for them to get. So it shows you how crucial such games against Wolverhampton, such Brentford are. If at all you want to go into the top 4 positions of the Premier League table, then a team to beat is supposed to be Brentford. If you can't beat Brentford, then there is no way you really come out and tell us that you can really come up and compete. I will feel like not beating Brentford, then you're out of the top 4 race because this is the team to beat. These are teams to beat. You've got a spirited fight against Wolverhampton Wanderers and you're playing Brentford. Go ahead and beat it. After beating Brentford, go ahead and beat a side which got the Wolverhampton Wanderers over on Thursday. And after beating them and giving the beating for their life, you will know that you have really created pressure on Manchester United because Manchester United is playing after you've played. So that means if Arsenal wins, that is going to pile more pressure at Manchester United when they go to Eran Road at Leeds. But if at all Arsenal doesn't do the needful to go on and win, they really come up and they really be put to a sword by a team in there because they have to do lots of things to come in through and enable a win like this against a side which goes by the names of Brentford. Brentford and Arsenal, their first game they played in the Premier League this season, it was the opener. Arsenal lost to the side by 2-0 in there. And you remember that game very well. Aaron Ramsdale was not in goal. It was Bernard Leno, Cedric Soares, Ben White and Gabriel. Ben White partnered with Rob Holding. Then it was who? Was it Kian Tierney, the left back? Yeah, Kian Tierney was a variable. Which other player was a variable? Lokonga played into the central defensive midfield with Grant Xhaka. Emily Smith-Rowe was a variable. Odegaard played that game. Bukayo Saka was a variable. And I think it was who led the line? It was it Balogan? It was Balogan and Pepe. Those 2 players, those are 11 players that made it with the squad. But when you look at this team that is going to face a team which goes beneath the Brentford, lots of things have changed. Brentford itself has lost its gear. It looks like they've taken the foot off the pedal because they started very, very, very well of the season. Their energies were up, and I really feel like they've already achieved their mission because their mission looks like they were here to come in and not lose or not get relegated. And to me, I really feel like their mission has been fulfilled because when you look at how they are really playing, they are really telling themselves, oh, we have really achieved our dream in there. And that's why they are reluctant nowadays. When you look at how they are playing, they are too reluctant in there. That is a team which goes by names of Brentford in there for you. So to me, I really feel like Brentford looks like they've already achieved their goal of staying into the Premier League. And when you look at Arsenal, it's totally a different team altogether. Look at the players that are going to play that didn't feature into that squad. Ramsdale was not there. Gabriel was not in that team. Thomas Partey didn't play a part. Lacazette was not a variable. You get so close to 4 or 5 players, and Tomiyasu too was not present. So it shows you that Arsenal is a bit more changed side than a side which goes by names of Brentford, and we expect lots of things to come in through and take on a team which goes by names of Brentford for a beating, because I really feel like Arsenal are really going to win this because Brentford aren't going to get any spark. The only spark and spirit that can really put Brentford to the next level is that this is a London derby. It's a London derby. All these teams reside in London, on different sides of London, but it's the London derby in there. And I really feel like that is the only thing I've seen that can really put up a side which goes by the names of Brentford to a fight. But when you look at Brentford into the Premier League, they are placed 14th and they have 24 points in there. And they've played 25 games in them. Newcastle is trying to come and they are just 7 points below. And in the game, they can give away this game of Arsenal, though they don't want to lose it. And I really feel like they will come up and put up a fight, but not against Arsenal, because Arsenal have rested a lot and they look like they're far much focused in there. Something that could affect them positively and negatively. And how is it going to affect them negatively? One, they might have lost that winning touch. You get? Because being in competitive football helps your players to be much fit. Because there is a difference between being fit and much fit. You gain much fitness through playing very many games. And right now, we are looking at Arsenal and asking ourselves, are they really fit? Are they really much fit? That is a big question, because they've spent 9 days without playing a game of football. For resting, they've rested. Everything looks okay, but you ask yourself, is it in their favor? Because Brentford, a team that we're talking about, last played a game of football over the weekend and they lost to Man City. Sorry, they drew with Crystal Palace 0-0 on the 12th of February. You get? And Arsenal last played on the 9th. You remember that very well. On the 10th. That's when Arsenal last played. Now Brentford last played 7 days ago in there. And Arsenal has taken very many days without playing. So I really feel like Brentford is far much more fitter than a team which goes by names of Arsenal. And I really feel like they're really going to come in through and give Arsenal a very big chase for their money, because they're having Ivan Toney, a man who leads their line. He's really deadly in there. And there is a player that we all know that is returning, who goes by the names of Ericsson. He might get his debut onto this team when Brentford is playing a side which goes by the names of Arsenal in there. And we look at Kaja, Aja, Johnson, and Pinnock into the back three, plus Carnos, Jensen, Nogard, Janet, and Henry playing into that midfield. I really believe that Mbueno and Wiswa won't leave the line this time around. It might be Ivan Toney and a player who goes by the names of Ericsson in there, because Ericsson is expected to get his debut today against a side which goes by the name of Arsenal. Something that cannot sound well to the signs of Arsenal. Why Ericsson, a deadly player? You get? Though a late decision on Ericsson involvement in Arsenal Premier League clash is supposed to be made. You get? So Ericsson might or might not feature, but when he features into that game, even if he comes in and gives Brentford 10-15 minutes, he is deadly. He is deadly. When you look at Ivan Toney and the runs he makes, he's lacking a player to release him. And guess who is best at this? You saw him at Tottenham Hotspur all the days and years he spent there. He was one of the best central attacking midfielders. He has lots of assists on him. You get? That's one point that Arsenal should note about this gentleman who goes by the names of Ericsson, if at all he makes it to this game of football when they're playing a side which goes by the names of Brentford. Arsenal should know that this man is good at set pieces. He can kill off a game in a mere set piece. You get? Beat corners, beat penalties, beat free kicks. He is bad. He is bad, and he is one of those players that they should look out and say, oh my God, we should look up to him and mark him out. Because if you don't mark out Ericsson, you're really going to face it rough, because we'll come in here and give you a beating of your life that you won't come out and forget. You get? So Ericsson is one of those players that Arsenal should really watch out and really know that he is really a player who can come and cause havoc to a team which goes by the names of Arsenal in there. When you look at Ericsson, his return will even energize and give this team a new dimension of play, because they looked like they were a team that was really working hard and they lacked some brain into them. Because I don't really come out, it would be a lie me to come out here and really tell you that when you look at a side which goes by names of Brentford, they really have talented and bright and technically gifted players in there. I really feel like their entire season has been on the work rate. They really work a lot. They really run a lot on the pitch. That's why they started the season on the high and now they're on the low, because you can't maintain that pace. Because however much the championship is like that, but the levels of competitions matter. Because in the Premier League, you are facing teams that are like 2 times better than those in the championship, So that means you have to put in another gear. And when you put another gear, you can't do that game in, game out. It reaches a time, 25 games played, you're having 24 points, and you just need like, out of the remaining 13 games, you just need like 4 wins to really seal your position into the Premier League such that you don't get relegated. So I will feel like Brentford will know that, will come into this game knowing that, all right, we beat Arsenal at the Brentford Community Stadium at the opening of the season, but can we go ahead and do the same? That's going to be another big question for them, and they're going to answer it today in there at the Emirates Stadium in there. But when you look at Brentford, they should also watch out a player who goes by the names of Kian Tierney. He's good when going forward. Look out at Thomas Partey. He's good going forward. Odegaard, to me, I will feel like Odegaard is the best player of Arsenal this season. Though they're really known talking a lot about him. They are fronting so much of a player who goes by the names of Bukayo Saka. But I will feel like Odegaard just makes Arsenal look good because he does what other players at Arsenal don't do in there. And I will feel like he's only lacking a center forward who can make his runs look big, who can make nice runs to enable his release pass that he always plays through. So I will feel like Odegaard is Arsenal's best player this season. Many will come and say, no, it's not. But to me, arguably, he is. And Lacazette works a lot. He is not so much in the line. And I think the most player has benefited out of Odegaard is a player who goes by the names of Emily Smith-Rowe, and I expect him to start off the left-attacking side because Gabriel Martinelli is serving a suspension because he was red carded in the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers. So thank you guys for watching again. Smash the like button, comment, and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. My prediction, I will feel like Arsenal is taking this game by a 2-1 win. 2-1 in favor of Arsenal. That's what I really feel. And I predict that Emily Smith-Rowe is going to score. And if at all Ericsson comes in through, he's going to score a howler. And that might be a free kick in there. That's what I really feel about this game of Arsenal in there. But that's what I had for you here onto the Rokani Media Football. Smash the like button, comment, and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. How do you do that? Go into the lower right bottom corner, click the subscription button. After clicking on it, go ahead to do the needful and serve yourself to the notification bell. Click it and click all. Then you won't miss out on anything that we upload in here onto Rokani Media Football. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates.